Hello, everybody. So, it's been a while since I've done like one of these morning videos, but sometimes you just kind of wake up and a topic comes through and it goes, "Oh, here's something I need to talk about." So, this is a moment of raw vulnerability and an ability to open up truthfully to all that we are at the stages, phases, and conditioning of the human self and the higher self embodiment. And I wanted to talk a little bit about the topic that came through the word was purity pressure. Purity pressure. So I found that, you know, coming from the life that I've lived for a very long time and undergoing this process of transformation over many years at an accelerated rate, that there's these stages of ascension, stages of awakening, stages of transformation where we're ready to get up to the next rung of the ladder. We are prepared to shift, jump massively, to leap into our next destination, the next level or phase of our embodiment. And it seems like no matter what we do, we can't get up to the next rung. And that's what the last couple of months have been for me. And the word came through purity pressure. And I just wanted to dive into that a little bit to see what unlocks. Because, moments like this, it's not just messages for the collective or for my tribe or for the people that resonate. It's a message for myself. And that's the beauty of this platform and the beauty of creation is sometimes we can show up, right, as the master self, as the deep, connected, all-knowing. And sometimes we just show up as ourselves, as a reflection, to bear witness to the fact that we can speak to future, past, present aspects to assist in unlocking, and then provide that for others. And in that witnessing, they can begin to unravel their own transformation. The pressure of purity, right? The thing is that every morning I say my decrees, right? I come out here, I open up my heart, I state the declaration of intent to live in purity, pure of intention, pure of heart, pure of mind, pure of body. And yet what happens is throughout the day, the course of the day, either the reflection begins to show me something still existing within, or, those moments of isolation and downtime and of rest through the restructuring provide a moment of, that thought form coming in, or that old belief system that can begin to drag you down into a lower territory. And then we begin to pressure ourselves. Why do I go there? Why do I do this? Why do I have that thought? Why do I engage in that way? And I feel like a big piece and aspect of this is that the purity is within you and always has been. It's just that that purity is exposing that which is not within, especially in accelerations. I know for me, I've been in a big acceleration for quite a few months. I would say since about October, there's been an accelerated phase of just moving very fast through the lessons, through the growth, through the transition, and stabilizing, finding neutrality and balance through that. We can start to wobble, and in that wobble, we can start to throw ourselves into polarity and to go down that hole rather than witnessing what the human is going through from a completely detached meditative perspective. We can start to shift into that, oh, something's wrong with me, I'm messed up, I am, all the limiting belief stories that we tell ourselves. And at the end of the day, the purity lives within you, and it really does take a moment for us to recenter, realign, and to just recognize that you are pure in your state of beingness right now. Okay. So once again, we're not looking for a future event that after this, that's when I'm pure, or After we're not trying to link this to a time frame or to some form of measurement. We're just allowing ourselves to recognize that here we are in our purified state, because the soul, the higher self, is pure, right? The oversoul is pure. And so, yeah, the oversoul has its things that all the aspects have gone through, lessons, trials, journeys. But at the end of the day, the wisdom from all that is what creates you pure here in this now moment. And I feel like, for those of us that have self-defeating thoughts, self-defeating behavior, where we start to lock ourselves in our own prison, in our own dungeons, as a form of lesson, recognizing the key to open up our own prison cell doors within us. And it's that deep remembrance and deep connection that we're a soul and body on a journey home, on a journey of discovery, and we're finding our way to the best of our ability. Especially as, when we start to go into, this is coming through, the different dimensions, inorganic versus organic realities, purity versus, old human beliefs, new world, old world, the bifurcation. Some of us that are kind of overachieving to get to that sense of bliss and magic can remain so future focused that we completely deter from this present moment to find the purity and the beauty within, right here, right now. I feel like some of us have an expectation on how this is supposed to look, how it's supposed to be. I say some of us. A lot of people have trained themselves to learn to release all expectation. But, I find these moments, like the past couple of months, where, there's been a lot of work going in, within and without. And there's been a lot of work on my journey to assist myself. And I go, why am I not there yet? Why am I not there yet? Well, it's a process, right? It's a process. Especially as we're unraveling all the trauma, all the abuse and the neglect of the inner child, all the lack of self-love that we've had in our lives. We have to find a way to be okay in the stillness and the presence that is this now moment. And I feel like that's where the purity comes in, right? The purity is the radical acceptance of who you are right now. And allowing yourself to open up enough to embody that deep sense of safety and that deep sense of acceptance of your path, of your journey, of where you've been, of where you're going, and the acceptance of the in-between. These floating limbo states, right? I've been in a floaty limbo state for about 2 months now. And the reason why it's so wobbly, feels so kind of insecure, is because I haven't fully grounded into my next reality. I haven't fully landed. It's the in-between flight. And then there's, of course, passageways, corridors, and tunnels that we need to go through to clear timelines and to clear karma before we fully land and anchor into that new reality. Whatever that next reality is. Free of what dimension or whatever. Anyways, it's just a different vibrational bandwidth for your journey. So that void, that in-between, creates that instability. And so then it's like, okay, how can I get rooted, grounded, and safe in the in-between, right? How can I feel here and present? What are those practices for me? Is it tuning into the breath? Is it picking up an Andara and just staring at it? Is it coloring? How can I embrace change today? And embrace the fact that I'm going through a process of transformation. And it's not overnight, right? Patience. Patience, patience, patience. And with all this air energy right now, too, the intellect is just flying off, right? So to stay heart-centered, it takes a little bit more effort. It takes a little bit more time. But the question comes, why are we putting the pressure on ourselves? to be great or to be amazing or to be pure, when in recognition you're great and amazing right where you're at, right? Isn't that self-love? Isn't that the heart open expression of you as the divine in form, as the sacred here and now, as the love embodied? And so yes, there's those moments where we have to check ourselves. What's my intention here? Am I acting off of an ego construct? Taking that inward journey and that inner look. But there's also those moments too when we just need to let all that go and just be ourselves. Take a moment to just go enjoy your life. Go get a good meal, drink a cup of coffee, go have fun, go explore, go adventure, go be wild and free, right? It's in those moments and those breaks that we can begin to discover the beauty of the human condition, instead of always falling into the escapist routine, right? Of when I'm here, I'll be better. I don't like it here now, so I'm just going to fly off and go do something over here or think of some future event, completely deflecting from the now moment in the presence of you in its purified form here and now, right? We're always going to be changing and evolving, right? Especially when it comes to activating the light body, caring for the light body, transitioning physical body ascension, moving through realities, changing careers, discovering new passions and hobbies. A lot of this is embracing the change, and then through that change and that shift of your conscious creation, that which no longer serves will be shown to you. So as you're discarding the luggage and the baggage of your old reality stream, right? Can you accept that in this process, you're going through a process of purification, whether it's emotional, mental, physical, spiritual? Can we embrace the change and take a little bit of the pressure off ourselves and just allow ourselves to be who we are right now, authentically? Just be you. Truly. I feel like when the pressure is removed, we dissolve the judgment. And when the judgment is removed, we shift quicker and faster. I feel like the judgment is such a strong foothold that it takes, where it just keeps us locked into a density realm, a prison of the mind, of the ego, that blocks our transformation from occurring and actually blocks ourselves from being able to receive that which we truly deserve and never earned on this journey. It's tricky at times navigating these frequencies that come forward, especially when the call of action for you is to do nothing at all, is to just sit and be. And so then it's like, if that's your call, is to just sit and be, how can you sit and be in peace? How can you allow yourself to feel what's coming up to the surface and not try to lock it down? How can you open up the floodgates and release the pain, release that which is not pure within you? The trauma response, right? I'm going to speak of trauma responses here. The trauma response we have to our reality, as a result of epigenetics, as a result of deeply embedded programming within us, it just doesn't work anymore, right? I have a lot of trauma responses. I have a lot of things, and that's what this navigation piece has been. It's like making sure I'm not engaging with the trauma response and I'm acting from a heart-centered space of conditioning. Dissolve the fight. Dissolve the need to run, to escape. Allow yourself to feel safe in the body and safe in this new light, this new layer of energy that's here. Allow yourself to feel safe in the unknown. This is how we light the way for ourselves and for others, right? It's like the image I see is we're in a dark tunnel sometimes and we're trying to find the light. We're like, where is it? Where is it? And we forget that we have a candle and a matchstick in our pocket. We can light that candle and it'll assist. Because the thing is the light is still inside. The hearth and the fire of your heart is still there. What it's doing is its job right now is to assist in dissolving and resolving the gunk and the mud that's been built up within you for eons of time. And so while we feel like we might not see it, it's got another job and another duty. You might not feel it, but it's because it's exposing all the mud and murky waters within you for you to release. That's a clarity statement right there, right? It's like when the clouds are in the sky, you don't see the sun. It doesn't mean the sun isn't there. You just got clouds blocking it. Can we embrace the storm? The storm within. Maybe some people it's a storm without. But can we embrace the storm within? Can we turn into it and allow it to wash over us? Because it will clear, right? Can we stop pressuring ourselves that we're in the storm or that we might not be in the most desirable place in our journey? Can we embrace that? And through embracing and loving where we're at here on our journey, we provide clarity and hope for others as well through that. The song coming through right now is You're Never Alone. And I feel like a lot of this is if we can feel the embrace of the invisible realms around us, holding us as love, as we're in the cosmic womb space, being reborn, as we've been planting seeds and we're watering those and preparing to harvest some other creations. Can we embrace being in the darkness of the womb space as we're being born again into a new level of us, a new level of embodiment? This came through the other night regarding this. It's like, if you were a mom and you had a baby in your belly, would you start yelling at the baby to get the heck out of the womb space before the time is up? Would you judge that baby that it's not getting up and working? And I feel like that's how we have to view and observe ourselves through the process of transformation. It's going, okay, all right, little one, you're becoming a powerful giant. And you're in the womb space right now. You're in the chrysalis. You're going through transformation. I recognize that this is a process and it's got to run its course and it takes time. And so through that, I'm going to support you and love you unconditionally. And I'm going to allow you to be in your process of transformation and not try to rush the journey. I'm not going to try to conceive you too soon or judge the fact that you're not here yet, right? And I feel like that's the neutral witness observer that we need to have with ourselves. That's the talk we need to have with ourselves through transformation. This is how baby dragons learn to fly, right? It's through these times. And so note that your wings are getting stronger, okay? You're learning how to fly again. You're remembering how to fly again. Everything you want is on its way to you. You just need to kick back, relax, and be open to receive. Sometimes the energetics provide us to get up and to go and to do, to take action. Sometimes the stages and phases that we're in, the gestation periods, no matter how long or short, require us to receive. And if you're in this moment right now, it's time to fill up with the waters of the divine within you, so you can receive the blessings and the nourishment that you need in order to bounce back again into all that you are and all that you came to be. Be gentle with yourself. Be tender, soft, and gentle with yourself. There's a lot of power growing within you. And this is what transformation is. Take off the pressure. You don't need it. The world, okay, the collective stage, the grand stage, would love to put pressure on you and to put you into fear and to put you into that trauma response. Because that's why it has been built in the old. You must be the one that provides that nourishment, that safety, and that love for yourself. It will help. I had a friend once say, Corey, there's a million people in this world that would love to beat you up. Why do you have to beat yourself up? Conditioning, striving for perfection, the pursuit of happiness, rather than being perfect right now, rather than witnessing my beauty right now, rather than being happy right here, right now, where I'm at. So anyways, I love you all. Just a little intuitive ramble story to myself, message to myself and to all regarding transformation. Leave the baggage at the door. It's not going to fit on the journey that you're about to embrace for yourself. So let it all go. Everything you need will be provided for you in the next stage phase of your development. So let it go and fill up. It's going to be a lot lighter of a walk, but also you'll be able to witness the magic that is creation. I love you all unconditionally. Much love and respect to everyone out there, and I will see you soon.